All right, we're back. When you have to cover large areas of the paper, my background, I'm going to use just a stick of charcoal like this to help me cover those areas. If you use something like this, it's really tough to make sure that everything is consistent, and it's really easy to go too hard and then make marks that you can't really erase. They're kind of stuck in there. So I want to use a softer charcoal. This will work fine. This is really, really dark, so I want to be very careful to not push too hard. I'm just going to be nice and soft with it, and then I can come back in and I can soften it up. So if you just notice, I'm just going to come around like this. It doesn't take much. It's really dark. I'm not using it like a pencil too. I'm kind of just like using one of these edges and just kind of scraping across and putting down a little bit each time. Very simple. And again, going back to my tissue paper, I'm just going to come in here and I will just try and use a clean side, and I'm just going to soften this area like so. And you always want to make sure that your hands are clean, that you're not like putting your marks all over the place. So wash your hands if you need to after you've placed it down. But I've got my charcoal in there. Go back to this right here. Soften that area up here. Soften that area right here. And you may get little marks like that. That may happen, but the only way to prevent that is to do what we did in here and be super light, but it just takes a long time. And charcoal, you can get stuff done really quickly, so I'm just gonna kind of rush through it. But you can see we were able to get that area in pretty quickly. And you can always come back in, refine areas if you need to, and pull out, which we will do, and definitely come back in with an eraser and make this edge nice and clean. But for right now, it looks great. Awesome. Let us go forward.
There will be a yoga session at 11 o'clock.
Oh, there's a yoga session. That's exciting. Sorry, no yoga for me. We're going to draw. All right. Awesome. We've established our darks and our lights here. And I now can go in and I can refine certain areas. Our next goal is to turn the form, to place the values, the correct values in an area, and to turn the form, meaning that we're going to go from really, really bright to a dark, but in a very subtle way. So it's going to just be slowly, slowly getting darker. And so I want to find the brightest point on this and then make sure that it matches on this. Because right now I have a very graphic look to it, right? We just have light and we have dark. But I want to get to a point where I notice the absolute brightest areas. Everything else has to go a little bit of a little shade darker than that as it kind of moves away from the light. So we'll do that next. I'm gonna go wash my hands, make sure I don't get any fingerprints all over it, and we'll start again.